Mike Pence late Thursday rejected former President Donald Trump's claim that his vice president had the power to overturn the 2020 election results when he presided at the United States Capitol on January 6. The former vice president's remarks at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California, were the closest he's come to rebuking his former boss as seeks to praise the MAGA agenda while defending himself from Trump acolytes who think the official results were bogus. Mr. Pence said, "There are those in our party who believe that in my position as presiding officer over the joint session that I possess the authority to reject or return electoral votes certified by the states, but the Constitution provides the vice president with no such authority. Truth is, there is almost no idea more un-American than the notion that any one person could choose the American president." Mike Pence did not mention President Trump by name during his remarks on the January 6 session. The former vice president tried to relate to those who are still sore over President Trump's loss to President Biden. He said, "I understand the disappointment many feel about the last election. I can relate. I was on the ballot. But you know, there's more at stake than our party and our political fortunes in this moment. If we lose faith in the Constitution, we won't just lose elections, we'll lose our country." President Trump continues to claim the election was fraudulent. He is cheering a patchwork of audits in key states and staying in the limelight ahead of the midterms and a possible 2024 bid, a position that puts Mike Pence in an awkward position as he plots his political future. Mike Pence praised President Trump for the agenda they pushed, side by side, for 4 years. He told the audience in California, "He challenged the establishment. He invigorated our movement, and he set a bold new course for America in the 21st century. And now, as then, there is no going back." And he slammed Joe Biden for his immigration and spending proposals while criticizing cancel culture, talk of defunding the police and fears that critical race theory will be part of the school curriculum. Mike Pence said, "Our party must ensure that critical race theory is expelled from our schools, our military and our public institutions." The United States Justice Department filed a lawsuit Friday against Georgia over a new law that tightens voting rights, alleging that the state's measure discriminates against black voters. Attorney General Merrick Garland said at a briefing Friday, "Our complaint alleges that recent changes to Georgia's election laws were enacted with the purpose of denying or abridging the right of black Georgians to vote on account of their race or color, in violation of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act." Mr. Garland portrayed the move as the first in a series of possible actions against other states with similar new election laws. He said, "This lawsuit is the first of many steps we are taking to ensure that all eligible voters can cast a vote, that all lawful votes are counted, and that every voter has access to accurate information." The Civil Rights Division continues to analyze other state laws that have been passed, and we are following the progress of legislative proposals under consideration in additional states. Kristen Clark, Assistant Attorney General of the Civil Rights Division, said during a press conference that Georgia's law violates the Federal Voting Rights Act and adds additional obstacles to casting an in-person ballot. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, a Republican, signed off on the law in March. It increases restrictions for ballot drop boxes and absentee ballot identification requirements, and permits a Republican-run agency to control local voting processes.